Hello dear students, my name is Gautam. I hope you all are well and taking good care of yourselves. So today we are going to start uh, chapter number 1 of class 8, that is rational numbers. Okay. Now coming to the introduction of the chapter, rational numbers are the numbers which can be expressed in the form of P upon Q. Okay. Which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Okay, so this is the definition of rational numbers. It states rational numbers are the numbers which can be expressed in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q should not be equal to 0. Let us understand with an example. If I write 2 upon 3, this is of the form of P upon Q. P and Q are integers and Q, the denominator, is not equal to 0. Another example, minus 2 upon 3. Again, this is of the form of P upon Q and the denominator Q is not equal to 0. Now, if I write 2, is it a rational number? Yes, it is a rational number because 2 can be written as 2 upon 1. Okay, so it will be a rational number. Another example, what if I write 2 upon 0? Will it be a rational number? Here, it will not be a rational number because the denominator is 0 here. It will be, this is undefined. It is not possible to divide a number by 0, or it is called infinity. Okay. Another example, 2.5. Yes, it is a rational number because we can write 2.5 as 25 upon 10. Okay, 25 upon 10. It is of the form of P upon Q and Q is not equal to 0. Okay. Now, depending on the rational numbers are denoted by a capital, it is called Q. Okay. Now, depending on the symbols, signs of the numerator and denominator, rational numbers are further divided into two types. First type is positive rational number, positive and negative rational number. Okay. So if the sign of both the denominator and numerator is same, that is, if I write 2 upon 3, here sign of both the numerator and denominator is positive. So it will be a positive rational number. Or if I write minus 2 upon minus 3, here also sign of both the numerator and denominator is same. So it will also be a positive rational number. Similarly, if I write minus 2 upon 3 and 2 upon minus 3, here sign of both numerators and denominators are different. So it will be a negative rational number. Okay. So I hope rational numbers is clear. Now we can also say that all the fractions are rational numbers. All the integers are rational numbers. Okay. All the whole numbers are also rational numbers. So now let's move to the next topic. Next topic of this chapter is we will study about properties of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. First property is called closure property. Closure property. It states, closure property states that addition of rational number is a closed operation. What does that mean? It means that if we add two rational numbers, let's say A and B, then whatever result that we will get, it will also be a rational number. So here we have taken two rational numbers A and B, and the result that we are getting, the answer that we are getting is also a rational number. Okay. Second property is commutative property. The word commutative means order. And remember, the word commutative means order. If we change the order, so let's say we can add two rational numbers in two ways. First way is a plus b, and second way is b plus a. In both the case, we will get the same result. Same result. So it means that addition of rational numbers is the commutative, satisfies the commutative property. Okay, we add in any way, we will get the same result. Now let us check this commutative property for subtraction of integer rational numbers. Is a minus b same as b minus a? No, it is not same. So commutative property does not hold good for subtraction of rational numbers. Let us see for multiplication. A into b is same as b into a. Yes. So it satisfies the multiplication. Commutative property holds good for multiplication of rational numbers. Let us also check for division. Is a divided by b same as b divided by a? It is not. So for division of commutative property does not hold good for division of rational numbers. Next property is associative property. Associative property. Associative is word made from the word association or grouping. And remember, grouping. Okay. Now here if we take more than two rational numbers, let's say if we are taking three rational numbers a, b and c. So first way is to add them is first we add a and b and then we add c. Other way is first we add b and c and then we can add a. One more way is there. First let us add a and c and then we can add b. So in all the three cases we will get the same result. Answer will be same. So associative property holds good for addition of rational numbers. Will it hold good for subtraction? No. It will not be satisfied for subtraction. So for subtraction it will not hold good. What about multiplication? We can multiply three numbers in any order. Result will be same. So it holds good for multiplication of rational numbers. And it will not hold good for division. For division it will not hold good. Okay. So associative property only holds good for addition and multiplication. It does not hold good for subtraction and division. Okay. Now coming to the next property, that is distributive property. Distributive property states that if we have three rational numbers, let's say a, b and c, and it can be written in this way, a multiplied by b plus c. Okay, so this will be equal to a into b plus a into c. Okay, so this is distributive property. We will see the application of these properties when we will solve the questions given in the exercise. Okay, now operations on rational numbers. As we know that rational numbers are like fractions only, so operations on rational numbers is the same like we used to do in the fractions. Okay, so suppose we have to add two rational numbers, 2 upon 3 and let's say minus 3 upon 5. So here the denominators are different. We will take the LCM. LCM will be 15. Here we will get 3 into 5 is 15. So 2 into 5 is 10. Plus, and 5 3s are 15 and 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. So 10 plus minus 9 will give us 1 upon 15. This will be our answer. Okay. Subtraction also we used to do in the same way. Multiplication, suppose we have two rational numbers a upon b and c upon d. So this can be multiplied in this way, A into C upon B into D. Okay, this is the way. Division, suppose we have two rational numbers, A divided by B divided by C upon D. So we can write it as A upon B into D upon C. So the same way like we used to do in the fraction. Okay. Now next topic is standard form. Standard form. Standard form is also called simplest form. Okay. Suppose we are given a number, rational number, let's say minus 95 upon 169. Okay. And we need to write the answer in standard form or simplest form. So it's very difficult to reduce this number. So the way is we find the HCF of numerator and denominator. Let us find the HCF of 95 and 169. Let us take the number as 65 and 169. So this will go 2 times 130. Subtract it. 39 will be the remainder. Now we will divide 65 by 39. It will go 1 time. 26. Now we will divide 26 by 39. 39 by 26. It will again go 1 time. Remainder will be 13. This will go 2 times. So 13 is the HCF here. So we will divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF in order to reduce it into simplest form. Now minus 65 divided by 13 will give us minus 5, and 169 divided by 13 will give us 13. So this will be our answer in simplest form. Okay. So in the next video we will start the exercises. Thank you all of you. Have a good day.